I still can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. Even as I write this. It's been 3 days since my friends and I decided to explore the abandoned Oakwood Mental Asylum. On the outskirts of town, the building loomed before us. A monolith of decay and neglect. Its grandeur slowly being consumed by the passing of time. As we stepped inside, the creaking of the old wooden floorboards beneath our feet seemed to echo through the deserted halls like a chorus of restless spirits. I remember feeling a chill run down my spine as I gazed up at the peeling plaster ceiling. The paint hanging in strips like the skin of some long-dead creature. We had all heard the stories. Of course, the whispers of patient mistreatment, of experimental procedures gone horribly wrong, of the unquiet dead who still roamed the asylum's corridors. But we didn't believe them. We were skeptics, thrill seekers, and the allure of the forbidden was too great to resist. Our flashlights cast flickering shadows on the walls as we made our way deeper into the asylum, the air thick with the scent of rot and decay. We stumbled upon a room that seemed to have been left untouched for decades, the beds still made, the medical equipment still intact, the walls adorned with the faint scribbles of long-forgotten patients. It was as if time had stood still, waiting for the inhabitants to return. And then, we found the tapes, old cassette recordings, hidden away in a dusty storage room. Each one labeled with a patient's name and a date. We didn't think much of it at first. But as we began to listen, we realized that these were more than just ordinary recordings. They were confessions, pleas for help, and desperate cries into the void. The voices were haunting, the words dripping with a sense of despair that seemed to seep into our very souls. We listened, transfixed, as the patients spoke of the atrocities that had been committed within those walls, of the doctors who had experimented on them, of the nurses who had abused them, and of the darkness that lurked in every corner, waiting to consume them. And then, we heard my name. It was a soft whisper, barely audible, but it sent shivers down my spine. I spun around, but my friends just looked at me, confused. "What's wrong?" one of them asked. I tried to brush it off, telling them it was just the wind. But deep down, I knew that I had been here before, that I had been a patient, trapped in this very asylum, subjected to the same horrors that the voices on the tapes spoke of. The realization hit me like a ton of bricks, and I felt my mind begin to unravel. I stumbled out of the room, my friends close behind. But as we emerged into the bright sunlight, I knew that I was not alone. The voices on the tapes, they were not just patients, they were me. And I was not just a curious explorer, I was a survivor. A survivor of the atrocities that had taken place within those walls. A survivor of the experiments, of the abuse, of the darkness. And as I looked back at the asylum, I knew that I would never be free. The echoes of my past would haunt me forever. A constant reminder of the horrors that I had endured. I am still trying to come to terms with what happened. But the memories are hazy, fragmented. All I know is that I was there, and that I will never be the same again. The asylum may be abandoned, but its legacy lives on. A testament to the horrors that humanity is capable of inflicting upon itself. And I am a part of that legacy. A living, breathing reminder of the atrocities that took place within those walls. I just hope that someday, I will be able to escape the echoes of my past. To find some semblance of peace in a world that seems determined to haunt me.